morning, friends. It's Sandra from Fowler Family Homestead, and welcome to our not so foggy day. So this is not fog, this is smoke. Many of you guys know that we live in Washington, and this is all the smoke from California and Oregon fires. It has traveled up our way, and it is just horrendous out here. The first couple days that this rolled in, the smell of smoke was just awful. I couldn't even believe it's nothing I've ever seen before. And even like hang drying the clothes, because I still have to hang dry the clothes outside. Actually, I have to because one of my hanging racks broke, something we need to invest in here pretty soon. The smell of smoke is on the clothes. It's awful. So be praying for us that this smoke goes away, not just us, but the whole Pacific Northwest. It's just, Lola's chasing the cat. Anyway, that this smoke would go away. It's actually raining today, which is such a huge blessing. We're hoping that this washes the sky. You guys have seen this view many times. This is one of my favorite spots to show you guys. Sorry, I was putting my bucket down. You can't even see that hillside back there. It's gone. It's amazing to me. I've never seen something like this before. So about a week before this rolled in, we actually had a fire not too far from our house. This year alone has been the worst year for everybody, I'm sure, but specifically the Pacific Northwest. We have been hit hard. There has been, I'm sure you guys are aware of the fires that have been going through here, but it's just been awful. We lost 330,000 acres in Washington State in 24 hours. Jeez, it's just beyond. Hey, there's some blue sky. I can actually see the sky. I haven't seen the blue sky in a while. Anyways, right before all this rolled in, like I was saying, we had a fire. We live in eastern Washington, so we are about 30 minutes from the Canadian border. And on the other side of a lake that's near us, there was a fire over there, and it actually, instead of coming towards us, which it very well could have because it's been so dry, it went up to Canada. And the Canadian fire regime, whatever you want to call it, came in and tackled the fire. If you guys notice, my nose is very stuffy. It seems like everybody's being affected by the smoke because it's been around for a little bit now. We're trying to stay inside as much as possible, although I'm talking up a storm out here today and I have to milk. It's definitely starting to affect us in the nasal vocal section. Anyways, so the Canadian firefighters came over and tackled our fire for us because it was heading up towards them. So that was a huge blessing. There was a few homes that were lost, but one in particular, there was a lady that's been posting on Facebook. There's a fire page for us because we do live in a fire-prone area. That 360 degrees around her house was burned up. The only thing that burned up on her homestead was the hay that they had just gotten in, which is amazing. Nothing burnt on her house, but on her property, but her hay. And all around her was burned up, so he was definitely paying attention to their house that day. I don't want to stay out here any longer than I have to. I have to pick green beans today because even though it looks like fall, it's not. And we still have a garden that's still producing for us, praise Yah. So I am going to get Lily milked and head on inside, make some breakfast for the fam, and then go can some green beans, and I'll show you guys the garden. Lola, are you attacking that kitty? Kitty. Good morning, Autumn Joy. Good morning. Good morning, Daddy.
Good morning.
Daddy is making breakfast this morning. We have some fried green tomatoes that we made yesterday, and onion and pepper, and he's going to cut up some potatoes. Yum, yum. Good morning, Amelia.
Good morning.
Heard the soju. Heard the apple? The apple. 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 I'm going to diffuse some essential oils today. I'm going to do some Respirade and some of this germ fighter. My lungs are very sensitive today. I think the rain is bringing the smoke down closer to the ground, and it's really affecting my lungs. I was outside way too long today, and I have to go outside several times today. I need to pick green beans and elderberries. They're things that have to happen today, and we have to butcher some chickens. So smoke or no smoke, life has to go on in the homestead sometimes. I actually think I'm gonna rub some of that stuff on my chest too. This is, our air quality is super bad right now. The other night it got up to 500. I'm not sure what the abbreviations were, but it's basically your air pollutants. And our air quality is hazardous right now, so making short trips outside is probably the smartest. Good morning. Got lots of boxes to burn, but you can't burn right now, so beautiful sight behind you. Good morning. What is on your face? You're already dirty. Lola, why are you in the house? Look at your feet. You're disgusting. Yes, you are. You're disgusting. Good morning. Can you say good morning? You little cuddle bugs. You love your brother. Do you love your sister? Just from this morning, that little bit of rain helped so much. I can actually see the hillside. No, never mind. I can actually see the hillside back there. You can't really see it, but I can. Oh, this is so nice. And I can see blue sky. What a blessing. This is so cool. Okay, so you guys haven't seen the garden in a long time. Fun fact, I've made about 4 different videos. They're all on my computer, and I haven't uploaded one. So, at some point, they become irrelevant because the garden has grown so much, or, we've changed whatever I had videotaped about. So this is what the garden looks like now. So it has for sure grown significantly since you guys seen it last. We've harvested a lot of produce from our garden. We've had some successes and some failures. We learned a lot this year. This is a completely different climate than we were used to over on the other side. It is a lot drier here, and we had a very late start. It was abnormally rainy this spring, so the garden definitely took its toll there. We've learned some things that we never had to deal with, like critter-wise on the other side, but all in all, it was a success. So right here, this is yellow, no, this one's zucchini. So I'm gonna put my bag in my pocket so I don't twirl that around the whole time. So we've got a zucchini in there. This is another thing. We have to do starts on things that we didn't have to do on the other side. For those who are unaware, we lived on the southwest side of Washington, and we moved up to the northeastern side of Washington. So like I said earlier, we're about 30 minutes from the Canadian border. We were about 45 minutes from Portland, Oregon before. So We didn't have to do starts on squashes or anything like that. We just plant the seed over there. Oh, I can see the hill over here too. Hey, you guys just seen this earlier. Ah, that's so exciting. I hope it rains some more. Anyway, so over here you have to start everything in starts. Some things like, you know, spinach and your green beans and stuff like that you have to do in the ground. And we actually had to replant a bunch of that stuff because it rained so much that our seeds actually rotted in the ground before they could come up. So anyway, lots of flowers in here. Hopefully we'll get a few more. Like there's another one. There's one behind it. Nope, you can't see. My arm's in the way. There's two right here. So hopefully we'll get enough. I'm saving the squash that was over there, or the zucchini, for... I'm getting sidetracked because there's a squirrel that's throwing stuff down at me. That one is being saved for seeds. And then this is yellowneck. You can see I've got a yellowneck in here, and I need to save a couple for seed as well. Our lovely butternut. These didn't do well at all. I started these in starts. I did these ones too, but they were really late. And these ones just wouldn't go. They didn't do anything, and finally they popped up. He is very angry with me for being right here. But I am having some flowers start. So it would be really cool if we got something. Oh, they're just so mad at me. How dare I stand in my own yard? Rude. And that guy, he wasn't doing anything. So next year I'm going to start butternut a lot earlier. We love butternut squash, and so it was kind of disappointing that these didn't do anything. Last time I did a video, I don't even think we had these in yet. So Michael, we had this down on our property, and Michael cut them in half and filled them with dirt, and then he built me this planter box, which was so nice. He did such a good job on it. We need to put some paper down so we can get rid of some of these weeds. What our attempt is to do a back to Eden style, which it definitely helped with the weeds. There are some weeds popping up now. It's the end of the garden season. I'm done weeding. Anyway, I'm going to have to, though, here soon, because next year we're not going to be tilling. So things need to be weeded out. And so I have kale, which we harvested some of that. The kale took a really long time to come up, which was kind of surprising. And in the midst of all the weeds, and everything is going to seed, so it's a little bit harder to see definitive plants anymore. This is lettuce that's gone to seed all up this row. You can see all my seeds, which I'm so thankful, and I'm feeling so blessed that we're able to harvest our seeds and have abundant seeds. This is radishes. So my radishes have fallen over now, and you can see all the seed pods. And I will try, I've never harvested seeds before, but we'll try and do a video on it because it's something that I am doing a lot of research on, and I would love to have it on archive. So maybe it'll help you guys out, and then I can remember what I did. But from everything that I've heard, you just leave it in the ground until it dries. And then our broccoli, we had amazing success with broccoli, and I am just blown away at how much one plant yields in seed. One seed gives all of these seeds. And look at these little pods. You can see there's just tons of seeds in there. So broccoli is just amazing. We might actually do some sort of a giveaway with broccoli seeds, because we've got so many that we just will not use all of this. Okay, so green beans are picked. I actually got a decent little amount. I didn't think I was going to get that much. So I think that that's going to be the last harvest of the season, unfortunately, for our green beans. The rest are going to go to seed, and that is fantastic because that's more food for us for next year. As hopeful as I was that the smoke was going away, it's still hanging out a little bit. You can see it over here, and you can see more of the hillside, way more of the timber, but it's still there. And I have this natural desire to just want to open up the house now and let the kids run outside, but I think that we need to keep it on the DL still a little bit longer. So the last video that I did a short little clip of our Banty laying on some eggs and how we had gotten 2 chickens. Well, there is one of them. She likes to wander out. And then there's the other one. So she hatched out 2 eggs. She actually hatched 4 of them. 2 of them died. Oh yeah? You see a chicken? Yeah? Lots of chickens, huh? And after she was done sitting on her eggs, the kids and I went to go crack them to see if anybody had hatched anything or if any of them were fertilized, and all of them but one were, and they were actually pretty full grown, but she had scattered her eggs all over the place and she was done. So it stinks, but at least we got 2 chickens out of the ordeal. We wouldn't have had them before. So these are the chickens that we're going to butcher today. These are all of the dual purpose birds that we had. They're all roosters. We took the roosters aside that we liked and put them, well, they're all in there now. And these guys are going to be butchered today. So we'll probably pick 6 of the biggest ones, and we're going to save 6 of the other 6. I think Michael said that there's 12. We'll leave those for another day. Maybe we'll let them get a little bit bigger. They're not very big in general as far as, a meat bird goes, but that's just kind of what you get with a dual purpose bird, I think. So Michael has done quite a few projects around the homestead, and we are going to save that for our next video. I think that this one is going to be long enough, so I think that we are going to cut it here. We are going to do one more video this week, and we'll see what next week holds. I'm going to attempt, like I always say, but it would be really nice for us to get back into it. I appreciate every single one of you guys who has stuck with us through our off seasons and not making videos, and we really do want to put out more content, and we appreciate you guys enjoying our videos. So until next time, we'll catch you on our next one. Blessings and happy homesteading. Bye. Tell me what you got.
A bumblebee, and it was just laying on the porch because it was done.
Well, sometimes bees get some sun, and then they would like some nectar. Well, he's got a nice warm hand.